Run like the wind.
Definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
A trader from across the sea once told me that on the continent they play music for their crops. Did you like that, Martel?
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bullets! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come! That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confound it. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield?
My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Always at my hands. No matter, heads will roll, all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. It is not blood that runs through Emegi's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Creaker of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
between here and Waloed. But any ship heading north has to round ㅍㅍ and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye!
You feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
One of us.
Hard apart! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Proper fight at last.
I need to hurry.
First on the butcher's bill. We're all going to die.
All yours, Torvald! Over here! Over here! Finished. Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands! Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Rise, Mythos. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the light. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world or of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become.
Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. Powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The ㅍㅍ is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale, but there's talk.
I struggle to believe it, mate.
I see your uncle, isn't it?
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the ㅍㅍ, she was in urgent need of repair. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard.
Show me a city where that isn't true.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best. Still.
Let's hope so. We should visit Joshua, assuming Tony will allow it.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Think you can help?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed.
And what would you have had me do? Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended...
Yeah.
Oh, it was only one man established. I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerful. Perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Heard the bad news.
What bad news?
About Древожд. Well, anyway.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got Zoltan and the others at Dorish Centre. If something ain't done...
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you...
Does Black...
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should...
No.
Yeah.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pepio nuts and all.
Farmers are about...
Still alive, are ya? It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
So what do I owe the honour? Not saying Fornian, do you? Should last you a good while. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
The stew's awfully thin these days. Come back.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. She's my job, actually.
Did she?
Following up on once they'd settled in. The bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
How was she? The Enterprise.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm worried. It's got rough that let's just only myth trouble it and I.
If it's for the... Oh. So...
We've got a couple of it.
More fallen. So this...
That's right. And what's more, we've collected.
So you want me to...
That's it. But only there's one up and another.
All right, it'll do. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you could swing a hammer.
I never thought. Clive,
And the account?
Mostly off to... Told old Snotty to be enough for the villagers.
Well done.
Welcome. I'd never have guessed you. Who'd have thought? Keen to help us out?
I am.
For you,
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing it?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down, unlike my best mate, Zoltan.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, he left it to me. Bloody stupid. If someone's got... Our master wasted...
So you wasted it?
You're what Dravos needed. Under me and I may be a self...
What? You had...
Even if it meant we...
Enough. You can finish beating it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nut short enough on time as it still... You,
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Don't want any nasty... Oh, and...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls.
What was that?
They'll wash right over us.
Good idea.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are...
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate to...
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravos till I get back.
Leave it to me. And... give those things what for, yeah?
All right. Which one of you's first?
Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! Enough to give the... but mostly...
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of it, meaning that any living thing...
And that's if the flood don't... I hate to say it, but the village is dazen.
That may... with either floods, we'll fortify the... and I'll see that they go.
All right.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Дрavosh needed you. So... thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... ㅍㅍ isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of ㅍㅍ. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind ㅍㅍ what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude, but designs for a certain...
Now hold on, Zop. There's a I'll admit you're slightly engraved, and they're not just for...
Have you forgotten what brought you back to ㅍㅍ? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive.
As long as he can keep...
Right.
Or it should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clyde, I'd like you to take seeds. I'll keep but if he's poor as of they've lived small one, and if you're so wait.
All right.
Thanks, there.
Ghazal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop. Better that, and chocolate ain't exactly so...
I'll take your word.
Anyway, I'll go up...
I'm sure you...
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it doesn't mean we have to.
Nearly done.
Now, let's get this stall set out.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin? Look for busy bladesmiths.
I've got greens of
Looking
all
for shelter.
shapes and sizes.
Come on
Colours
inside,
too.
I'll introduce you to
Mostly green though.
Doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's...
You.
Of course. And she's no fool.
That was her just now, so...
I'd say so. Seems her time after her brush with... She's dangerous.
Then I'm going with... I'll take care of the
The Baum Archer.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver I want?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers.
Mac just...
With all haste. I presume your men... We've suffered too many delays.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. It appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not... I surrender.
Sid!
Ah, Doris, you know... But casting your lot with this criminal of all people...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Then I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sandbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forego payment.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of happy nuts and all.
We were just about... It's funny. You remember Camille? The steel me and that whetstone.
And the final flourish.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah?
Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from ㅍㅍ.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Trouble with your gear, or Sancfordian, do you? Anything else? I never, and if it hadn't been, I'll keep the forge up.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to blow up.
Ah, what brings you
A delivery from...
These are Gizal. Martha's keen to cut. I jest, of course, but they'd long seen.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show them so that they'll be able...
That's not a... These bearers had only They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves, and unless we teach them how to live, not that myself and the Guardians, it's about time we... Unfortunately, we've been a little...
The Horde is closing. They're coming, so wait.
Time it all. Gather the men in this...
Yes, sir.
The Horde.
A Kashek. A veritable... We don't have the...
Now you're out of...
Precisely.
What if...
You mean the...
So wait, though they may not...
You're right, I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side. You
would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Let's go.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
Then I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Next one's mine. I might...
Good girl. With me, Torgal.
Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the we were able... I have Guardian. I hesitate to...
I think it might.
We saved East... Thank you, my friends.
No, so you brought us together.
We never had nothing, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade, but there's no doubt in my mind we're free men now. So we have to fight to protect what's ours. To protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away...
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Thank you again for all you have done for me and mine, my lord. You may rest assured that Eastpool will be safe in my hands. Thanks to you.
Not here.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Ready, go? To deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Clive! I just wanted to see how the since all is and firmly at just.
Are you alone? They're going to make.
It's the but if. Speaking of menace, there may be a may there indeed. I'm afraid and they have formed and they grow more.
We'll fight them all off, won't we, Lubo?
Of course, the longer we our best by finding perhaps. How could I? Thank Victor. I have him stick. I'll go and.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other...
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have...
I did. And having sent...
You're not the...
What?
He asked him, and he said that...
Then you've cut them off, but we must...
All right.
There's one up.
Leave it with...
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
Come on. Run like the wind. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
him? The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head off! Over here!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town. They're saying that...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should. Some of the children's... And when Lubor felled him, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been... If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still...
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an... Well, it was...
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something. And quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmek born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearer's side?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Knew all along that he was... Forgive me for disturbing you, but... Could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak...
The rumors?
He'll never be man.
But what of his wares? In this at least he's done the town a service.
Leniency!
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps. That is a question, and they will thank you.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assumed...
There's still hope.
But perhaps...
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true. Rather an ironic one. But I do not doubt that she... And so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain, for only united can they hope to stand. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all...
Trust me, little ones.
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to go with him.
Why didn't he tell us?
If you're going to try and convince me to stay, save your breath. I will not put those children at risk.
Let's go. You deserve a rest. Two down, one to go.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Time to fight. Straight home now. All yours, Tony! That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
The Dominion's all but done for.
That's what I heard.
Then it's lucky we stayed here.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
And you're just gonna fall into line?
What else can I do?
I don't trust this Duke. If we're not careful, he'll undo all the Dane's hard work.
Oh, Clive, my war.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Count, not that any of those things.
And what does he want?
He wants to a foundation of... He's already...
He would
Believe me. I have used...
What does Captain... When the town was...
How? A man? The captain? No. But given the...
Who could blame...
Clive, would you, for your son... And unlike... Well...
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Tell me then, in the garrison.
Oversee.
All right. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison you want.
We already have a leader in the Dane.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the...
No, actually. I was hoping I might be...
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what ㅍㅍ wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
All right there.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you...
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him. And now he's trying to drive... If the dame said she...
That so-called Duke is asking too much.
Half of what comes in is barely fit for pressing, let alone eating.
Sell anything today?
As much as you, I'll wager.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about us.
Nothing going around, and we've hardly...
I take it you'd rather...
As far as I'm concerned, just need his...
Welcome, welcome. I'll be here if you need me.
The garrison salvaged what they could from all, but grain won't.
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Orif?
You build it if he will do.
Whatever it...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
You're the one who's talking.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. Now, what do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for it. That's where my loyalties lie. If the Duke can get us some men...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to... Do you think that's a good...
It's not from... All I know is that unless... Look, no one wants Sandbreakers back on...
We already have a leader in the Dane.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the whole of...
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind...
Well, I mean, look around. The traders think the Duke's got... And if that means...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
None worth mentioning.
Captain.
For you, sir. Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke. Do you intend to go along?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a...
Philippe. I remember you saying that you...
That's right.
Well...
Thank you, Clive, protecting the people. Well, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing, at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive, were you able to...
I was.
So, well, though I doubt they deserve...
Sadly, I fear he's needless to say, the soldiers me, and not just because...
I thought had I sworn to thank you.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But...
Because I realize what really matters, not following some protecting. I honestly don't, but I'm certain that when they do, we need to stand with you to lead us. It was you who finally convinced. There's no point following.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been. We have only to turn our attentions to the true. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Despite my repeated advances, His Eminence has proven a difficult conquest. Fortunately, I am nothing if not persistent. But, be that as it may, I might yet need you to press the point.
What's happened?
Ah, Clive.
That is good.
Yes, but I still... You couldn't do...
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need to find out.
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself. I know. No buts.
Is something wrong?
Bonnie came to the talks with the... They've reached the price, but the consult...
And you had no
None at all.
Elle? I saw Vonnie.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones. How did the consortium even find out?
It's not so surprising. They have ears. This isn't over. I'm going to Randalum.
Alone?
Are you offering to be... How kind. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get... Even if I fail to free these bears, someone needs to prepare the place.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... Is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to...
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bear. We had all but finished making a...
You misunderstand. It was only our regard for you, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. He was right. The Silver Peak they represent, I feigned as soon as he...
So you...
No, but I was a fool.
You tried.
I did. They deserved... I wanted...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The villagers, a pack of beasts have come down. Theo and the other, they need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. Good girl. I can walk from here.
What's the situation?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to...
We just have to pray.
I can do better than that. Let's go. Where are you, Theo?
creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Get him! Nice try.
Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Theodore.
little. Wait.
Goodbye, El.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then. For Theodore.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you?
Perhaps. Have you learned it?
Little and
I see.
Be assured, even now.
Fallen ruins,
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft cited among the as if protecting the secrets concealed.
Secrets we'd see.
Should our mayhap it would please.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance I was due. If you.
All right.
They will. Might I? It will lead.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly. Ready, go? Time to fight. Mistakes. This might take a while. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. Enough. Whatever that thing is. They say it's their leader. Ogle, kill! Missed. Get him! Nice try. Over here! Too slow. All yours, Thorgal. Should have stayed in the path. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here.
My thanks. I shall study them.
Cyril, your losses, which could have been... Were these your order?
No. Every Undying...
Even when...
My lord, the Undying have served the Phoenix for... We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril, but allow me to... It does not further provide your servant. Think not only of... Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying, as first shield to the Phoenix...
I do.
Then we are of...
The hero returned. It's lucky you not only did...
I just did...
And it's so... Take it.
Thank you, Martha.
So, and a hope...
Well, it was your...
I know, though I suppose, you know, bearers knows as...
I take it.
Well, in fact, that... He showed up at the state, found me, and before told me I got right. And do you know what he did? And then...
And you were...
Well... Just like your niece, sir.
Indeed, but the lofty, which is what?
Suppose you... And if we'd... Good thing we... It's all... Anyway, better get back to the least of folk...
That sounds like...
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean. Ah?
Good, thankfully.
Oh, fair. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace?
She's a beauty.
You saved my
It's...
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure...
You could just...
How about that clasp? And I reckon I know it's a metal, see?
Stretchy metal.
That is... So? What do you reckon?
It's... Thank you.
Shh. And I wanted to... Can't think of any right now. Maybe one day.
Oh,
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive, please tell me you've come...
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly?
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, and we're going to need a sec.
Preferably one that won't... If it were that easy. Very little is no... We have the good king. If there is any...
Then tell us what we will...
But no splinters.
All right, but interrupt. Barnabas Tham. The one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
my Lord Marquis.
ㅍㅍ, is anything...
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The Legion...
I had feared it.
There are certain elixirs...
But
His Grace's case is severe. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my... And thankfully, a recipe was found and our supply. Unless we can secure... My lord, I know...
For Joshua... anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stem... We discovered a patch near the The search continues.
So it's only that you can't reach it?
Well...
Then I shall go... You've yet to find enough besides.
Well, stonerwort is... I shall remain here and...
Run like the wind. Time to fight. Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. ㅍㅍ mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these back to ㅍㅍ.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
ㅍㅍ.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us.
I'm very glad to.
You and his grace are... You think only...
No more than you have.
I am, but I beg you.
I'll keep that in mind.